guys, welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful day out, a little chilly, but for the middle of January, it's not that bad. All right, so as you know from the last video, the Corrado decided to puke all over the floor and be temperamental with me. So we did, there she is, get it back yesterday. No, Saturday, I'm sorry, Saturday. I was able to get it back. My buddy Malcolm came through yet again. Gave me a call about 10-15 minutes after the car left. I'm not even kidding you, it felt like that. But it was probably 10 minutes after he got it. Put it up on the lift and determined that it wasn't the main seal, was not the oil cooler, it was the power steering rack had just taken a dump. So 30 years, it's about time probably to replace it. I thought it was going to be much more difficult for him to find one. He was able to get a remanufactured one, and we're back up and running, and the car actually feels better than it ever has, because when I got the car, it actually had a really bad vibration from 50 to 60 miles per hour and above. It would kind of be intermittent. Sometimes it'd go away. And you know, we replaced the axle thinking that that was possibly an issue because that was worn out and ready to get replaced. Didn't work. Wheel bearings didn't seem to be bad, so we didn't replace those. And it goes to show, after a beating that I gave it at the fall foliage cruise, about a 2-hour cruise, trying to keep up with some big boy cars, RS7s, Audi TT RSs, Porsches, you know, GTIs, and all the cars that have these big turbo motors on them now. So this a little engine that just couldn't keep up. But long story short, let's go for a quick cruise. Gonna go over a couple things with the car. All right, so what's it like owning a Corrado? It's pretty stereotypical of a 30-year-old car. After getting it back from this repair that Malcolm made on the steering rack, it does need a battery. It's probably got a dead cell. So old car problems, having the car start all the time, it's a crapshoot. Again, it's a battery issue. I don't know if it has a draw anywhere. We did a draw test and it doesn't seem like it does, so that's a stereotypical thing. You know, the heat and air conditioning in this car, the heat at the moment kind of works, but the car runs really cool. So, you know, I don't know anybody that had like an you know, a Honda Civic that they did any work to. If you put a bigger radiator in it, sometimes you'd have to put a piece of cardboard in front of the radiator to get it to get some heat in it. Just little stupid stuff, you know, like the windshield wipers don't work all that great. Again, the air conditioning, everything functions, you know, the compressor kicks on, it holds pressure, but I don't think I think it's still not 100%. There's something that's not working, so we're going to go through that. Hopefully we can get that working. There's just going to be a lot of little things. It's not necessarily, you know, where a lot of people, when they're buying a car to build it or make a performance car, they're buying a car that they want to put all the cool performance parts on, have fun with it. It's almost like owning a house. You have to put money into these cars. It's not necessarily fun. It's not fun to, you know, redo an air conditioning. It's not fun. Now, if you're planning on pulling the air conditioning out, who cares? But if you want a running, functioning car that's 100% the way that it was from factory, you're definitely going to have to put some money into it. And that just goes without question. Even after we replaced the sender, it does kind of have a little bit of a wonky fuel gauge. So, I mean, I don't ever let my cars run down to empty, especially the ones that I have that are toys, you know, like my Corrado and the other cars. I don't, you know, you're kind of always paying attention to that. It's not like your everyday car where you're, you know, just driving it back and forth and you tend to run out of fuel. Not run out of fuel, but, you know, you tend to get those moments where you let your fuel get a little bit low. Radio, I had the stock radio in here just kind of for nostalgia purposes. I don't necessarily care to listen to the radio in this car. It sounds so good. Just the natural sound of the VR6 is just such a beautiful sounding engine that it's like, who needs a radio? So my radio currently says safe on it. So my volt gauge is pinned at 16, which that's obviously not the case because the battery's pretty much shot. And then like little stupid stuff, some rattles here and there. You might even be able to see my headliner is coming down a little bit on the sunroof. This car actually, a lot of people, what they did was swap out the sod sunroof because it had a piece of glass. These were like more of a moonroof, which was just a body panel, so it wasn't glass. You can have that ability of opening up the shade and seeing sunlight coming in. Occasionally you have a little bit of a, burning oil smell here and there. That's mostly probably residual from things, that were leaking at some point and were repaired. But we're going to go through all this car a little bit more in depth, I think, in the next few weeks. Me and Malcolm have talked about it. And what I really wanted to know from you guys is, are you interested in seeing this car being built on the channel? Do you want to see a R32 or maybe even the 3.6 liter motor put in this car? I don't want to go with a power adder on this car. I don't want to go big horsepower, but if you'd be interested in seeing that type of build, just a really clean built motor possibly, that's making some good power, that we can dyno, have some fun with, and that'll just make a little bit more performance than what's in there currently, that I'm definitely into. And if you guys are interested in seeing it, please comment below. Let me know what you want to see. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. That's going to help build this channel. Again, and the biggest thing you can do is please reach out via the comments below. Let me know what you want to see. Do you want to see the Corrado get built? Do you want to see me grace the MR2? Do you want me to make that a high power build? There's certain things that are already out there. Is there something that you want to see that's not out there that you haven't seen yet and you want us to do on this channel? Let me know. I'm really, like I said, I'm super excited for this year, and I'm so glad we were able to get this car back and on the road again, and then, like I said, come up with some more content.